Hello, this is a online version of the information that was presented the other night at our band info night. I just want to give you a chance to look at it and go through it in case you were there and you missed something, or if you were not able to come to the meeting and you would like to get the information. The first thing that I talked about, I welcomed everyone, of course, and went over kind of a background of what I think the Great Bridge Band Program's mission is, as well as my philosophies of teaching. Excuse me. The Great Bridge program is built around the concept that not everyone's going to be a professional musician when they leave high school, but we want them to have the experience of a great musical opportunity and, of course, personal growth through their achievement in the different things that we do. So if everyone is really positive and works really hard, they'll all improve. And no matter what level they're at when they start, they should see that by the end of the years they're in the program, they've come a long way. And hopefully that effort they put into it will make the experience very rewarding and fulfilling. One of my biggest philosophies is that the band program really fosters teamwork and leadership skills in the students. These are students that will be very successful down the road because of the experiences they have in band and in color guard, especially the hard work that they put in, working with others, leading teams, pushing through adversity. These are the types of things that make our students really the best when they come out of high school and go into a field or a college program. Biggest thing is our attitudes. Individuals get to pick the attitude they have coming into this, and because it is a choice, it's very important that they come in realizing that they're just going to reach their full potential, knowing that we're going to go in the right direction as a group. The idea of band is it's better together. Um, if we all work towards the common goal, it's a really special thing, and the sky's the limit as far as our performance and all goes. The Great Bridge Band program is built on respect. It's built on trust and care. Um, the hottest days, the coldest days, the toughest days where we're doing stuff over and over and over again, that's where the students really build their ability to focus and push and reaching that goal of a perfect performance. And that's the kind of thing that I think helps them in other subjects and their academic pursuits, particularly in their study habits and their time management, and of course, working in small and large group settings. Our band parent organization is fantastic, and without a thriving band parent organization, this program would fail our students. Many of the things that we do are not provided through the school system necessarily. Um, so having the additional support, having the chaperones, having the people drive the equipment, fitting uniforms, sewing, those types of things, it does it goes beyond that too. Um, but those are super important, and if we don't have the support from the parents, we can't do the great things we need to do for our students. The Great Bridge Band Parent Association is a group that basically supports the program, the total operation from fundraising to chaperoning and the likes of those things. Basically, they ensure the success of this program. So if your student is in the band, actually if they were even in the middle school band pyramid, you're automatically members. There's no dues involved, and we have meetings the second Tuesday of every month from September through June. And they'll be at 7:30 in the band room at Great Bridge High School. So we encourage you to have everyone at the meetings. If one parent could come, that's fabulous. The more the merrier, though. And even throughout the year, it's important to just keep things moving because we're not only working on things that are currently going on, but we're also working on things 3, 4, 5, even 6 months down the road. So if you can be at the meetings, if you can't review, the notes that come out or whatever, that would really help us out. These are a couple of the various committees that we have. Of course, we run concessions at the home football games. So we have parents in there. We have parents that provide fundraising opportunities for our students, dinner nights at different places, or selling certain items or whatever. We also have uniforms that parents help us with fitting and getting them ready for their competitions and all. Hospitality, education, chaperoning, auditing our books, equipment moving. Um, these are the types of things that parents do, and I can't do them by myself. And because of the parent support, it lets me do what I need to do, which is work with the students and get them to achieve at the highest level I can get them to achieve at. This is a quick little video about another high school program, but it's great because it shows how important band parents are to a program. So we're going to play it now and kind of watch and see what it's like to be a band parent at a high school band.
A program of this size, a program of this magnitude, absolutely requires a staff of people beyond what any public school, beyond what any entity could actually employ.
The kids have to eat. The kids have to have their uniforms cleaned. They need their hair done. Concession stands.
The first time I had to do concessions, I was dreading it. I was like, I don't want to do this. But, we got in with a group of people, and I think a lot of it was just because of fear of the unknown. Didn't know the people. I didn't know what I would be doing, but they were so nice. They taught me exactly what needed to be done. And from there, through the years, where volunteering opportunities have come up, it's just been a great thing. The interactions, the friendships that have been made, things that I hadn't really even considered. It makes it a no-brainer, and really makes me wish I would have taken advantage of more opportunities in the past.
You become friends with people, and it's around this food thing. You're creating a sense of community around food.
You develop friendships. You develop an understanding and a respect for an organization that almost operates like a rock band concert.
And then after a while, it's not so much the band thing as it is the people you're doing things with. We would get together as foodies over different people's houses for different times, like an after party and stuff like that, where the foodies would gather at somebody's house, and we still see them today.
It is fun. It is a camaraderie. They are truly lifelong, lasting friendships that I have made doing this for 8 or 9 years.
Your friendships are binding. I mean, they're solid, and sometimes you become friends outside of the band program as well. And each year that just keeps growing.
Here we have this rare opportunity to actually be a part of something that in most of our kids' places, they feel really passionate about. They feel, the kids feel really excited about. And so as a parent, it's an opportunity to step into that world with them.
Our oldest daughter, I can speak for myself, she acknowledges us. She has a smile on her face. She's excited about what she's doing, and she's proud to see you there because she knows you're putting in the time. So if your child really sees that you're involved in their process, is where your child gains that respect. And it's something that you can't replace.
There's nothing like the look on a child's face when you are able to hand them an aspirin or an ice pack or a Band-Aid. It doesn't have to be your child. It doesn't matter who. That child is so appreciative.
We write our checks. We make sure our kids are there on time. We get up early. We stay late. We watch them perform. That's all fine and good. But in order to really, truly be a part of something and to make it tangible, I think volunteering is the only decision to make. Give yourself the opportunity to get the exposure to things that you might like or didn't know you liked, and just do it. Because I promise you, in the end, when you're done, you're going to be glad that you did, and so will your child.
There's always room for more because we're always going to have a group of senior parents that'll be leaving, so we constantly need to be filling that back in. And once again, it's one of those things. Once you get into it, you realize how incredible it is, and you'll have no regrets.
And the best answer I can give you for why, and hopefully without crying, is that there's nothing like seeing the expression on your child's face and all of their faces when everybody knows it has been the performance of a lifetime. And when they come off of that field, you get one opportunity to see that face. And being there to see it it's priceless, truly priceless.
So hopefully that video kind of captures what band parents do and how important they are and integral to a band program. Um, it's really, really special thing. And the more parents that are involved, the more cool things we can do for our students. So as far as registration goes, um, there's a couple quick things. We have students that are, of course, in the curricular program. These are the band and percussion students that are in the ninth grade band, symphonic band, wind ensemble, and honors band. These are the classes that meet during the school day. The Marching Wildcats are an optional group. You don't have to be a part of it, but you do have to be enrolled in a band class to participate. Our color guard students, however, are not required to be enrolled in a class. They are basically two variations, and it's the same students. We have the fall guard, which does the Marching Wildcats portion of the season. And then we have an indoor color guard. That's a competitive group that performs in the Atlantic Indoor Association. And guard students don't get a grade for their participation, but they are held to the same standards as the brass, woodwind, and percussion sections. As far as registration goes, students should be registered in those band classes. If you're not currently enrolled, you want to change your schedule back to having a band class, all you have to do is write a note to the Great Bridge High School Guidance Department, and they will make that switch. You can drop them off with your middle school directors, or you can bring them to me, or just head to the main office at Great Bridge and drop them off. Guard students, of course, you don't have to worry about this. Charm's office is a website that we use to sort of manage everything that we do. We manage our inventory, we manage our calendar, handouts sometimes are in there, financial details for each student, rosters, itineraries, all those types of things. It's important that everybody who's new to the program registers their student in Charms no later than the end of May. And again, if you can keep that information updated, especially your phone numbers, email addresses, home addresses, whatever changes while your student is in the program, that ensures that we can get information to you as frequently as possible and people aren't missing out on very important info. So to register in Charms, you're going to go to the Great Bridge High School Band website. So you go to gbhsband.org. And up at the top, you'll see a thing that says Join the Band. You're going to click that. And then new band members will click here to register. Returners can also click here to update their information. You're going to click there, and then new students are going to click right here, click here, and you're going to enter information. You do need to know the Chesapeake student ID in order to get registered, but once you have that in there, you can update the students' names, addresses, email, t-shirt size, all that stuff, their instrument they play, the grade they're coming into. Okay, so if they're entering as a ninth grader, make sure that's there. If they're moving into town, 10th, 11th, 12th, do that. And after that's set, you can add parent information as well, so that you can have parent email addresses, parent phone numbers, that type of thing. And again, returning students would click here, and you log in to your Charms account, and you can update your information. The t-shirt sizes are adult sizes. They're not children's sizes, so just keep that in mind when you're looking at entering that info. We do use the t-shirt size to make sure we place the right orders for various things throughout the fall. Okay, and we do send a lot of information out. I try to keep people as up to date as possible through the email and through another app that we're going to talk about in a second. We do send a lot of info. Just make sure that the emails are getting through to you, and if they are not, contact me and I'm happy to figure out what's going on this end. We also use Remind. This is more of a quick info. We distribute information like if we have a change in a rehearsal time or a cancellation, or if we have a quick thing where somebody needs to be in a different area. This is how we get that information out. If rain's coming in, we need to change what we're wearing to practice or to a competition or whatever. So we have a large class for the marching band that students sign up for. And then there's smaller classes that they'll also sign up for to get detailed information about their specific section. That way, the trumpet or brass section isn't getting information that is pertinent to the color guard, which saves a lot of communication problems. So we also have one for our band parents. This is an opportunity for me to send messages out reminding you about things. If we're coming back from a competition, I can tell you what our ETA is, and if there's any kind of delay or something, this information will come right to your phone, which is very helpful, especially late at night if we're coming back and there's a problem somewhere. So you're going to enter, that's the phone number that you would text, 81010, and then you're going to enter at that information there, E94GF, and send it, and then you'll be in the class. All Marching Wildcats students need to register for this group, which is the big Marching Wildcats class. The number is there. The phone number is the same for all of these. It's 81010. You might already have one of these set up for a class from middle school or from your other school or whatever. Color Guard students will add this group to their Remind. And again, if this goes too quickly, you can of course pause and see the information at your pace. This is the class for the drumline. That includes the front ensemble and the battery percussion. So make sure that all drumline students add this to their phones. And wind players, brass and woodwinds, this is your class. So you're going to enter that information. Parents, you're welcome to add the section pages if you'd like, or section Remind classes. That's totally fine. It might not be necessarily information that you want to get or need to get, but it's there for you. Our band website is a great way for the community and for our families to look at what we're doing. On the website, there's of course a calendar. I like to post announcements and other pertinent information like trip itineraries and things like that. So when you go to the website, there's a lot of really great things that you can review. The bottom of the page here, we have our Twitter feed, our Amazon Smile link, and then there's an Instagram feed right there so you can see what's going on with Instagram. And then we have our announcements below, and of course our great sponsors, which we're thrilled to have be a part of our program. And we're always looking for more sponsorships. So if anyone has any connections in the community and you'd like to be a sponsor, let me know or speak with the band parent. There's also some great things that for students. I put together a couple of things like website links to different colleges and things specific to their instrument. There's fingering charts. There's all sorts of stuff there. And of course, there's other information as well, and a direct link to Charms in case you need it. We are on social media. We have a Facebook page. If you search for Marching Wildcats, you'll find it. We're also on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. At Great Bridge Band is for all three of those. We have a Twitter takeover going on right now where every week a different student is kind of handling the Twitter page just so our new students can kind of see what it's like to be in the band program here at Great Bridge. The calendar, it's on Charms and you can see it there, but you can also sync that to your mobile device. That information is on the band website. I'll be uploading that actually pretty soon. If you know how to sync different calendars, you can actually just go to this site right here, and you can just paste that into adding your calendar in Gmail or whatever you might use. It's pretty cool, and it updates live, so if I make an adjustment or whatever, you'll have all that info there. Band camp fees and band season fees are here. For new band students, this $475 covers instruction and fees to go in, and also, of course, our writing and design and uniform expenses. Students that are new in the wind and percussion section will have a little bit of a higher charge than returners because there is an additional charge for the marching band shoes that they use, which we call dinkles. Returning students, the information is here. And for our color guard students, it's pretty much the same as our returners with the addition of the $100 costume fee. And that's a custom fit costume that is theirs to keep throughout the school year and to possibly use for the indoor season as well, kind of depending on how things go with our show design. To reserve a spot in the band, you're going to need to have a non-refundable deposit of $100 before June 1st. This guarantees a spot in our show, and students that come in after that, if there's an empty spot somewhere, we'll try to fill you in within your section. The possibility of being in a different section is there, as an alternate. Um, that kind of depends. And we have a lot of students that move in late, but we want to make sure that we get as many kids as possible signed up early so that we know what to write for. There might be an additional charge here or there. There's always times like going to away games, concession stand money, that kind of stuff that you might need to make. Just keep that in mind. We try really hard to make those kind of charges not happen, but there will be additional costs throughout the season. Most of our budget is spent during the summer months before we even get started, paying for designers, paying for the drill, paying for costumes, that type of stuff, equipment, you name it. So it's important to get that deposit made and the other payments for the year. Here are the dates. They're the same for everyone, but these are the amounts. So June 1st, July 5th, and August 15th, which is the first day of full band camp. The dates are the same for every section, but the amounts are slightly different based on how much it costs to be in that section. So this is for returners, and these are our color guard fee dates. You can make payments to the Great Bridge Band Parents Association or GBBPA, and also you can make payments through Charms and PayPal. There is a slight handling fee. I think it's 2.2% or something like that for any payment you make, but it's a great option to have. You can pay with a credit card or whatever through PayPal and make your payment that way. You can mail payments, and there's also a form that accompanies that, which is in a handout that students received. If you don't have it, let me know. I can get it to you. You can mail payments to the high school with Attention Me, or you can turn them into the green mailbox in the band room. You can drop them off at the front office, and they'll put them in the mailbox. Those types of ways are easy. And of course, there's the online payment. That's my contact information, greatbridgeband@gmail.com and drew.ross@cpschools. Email is probably the best way to get a hold of me. I'll try to get back to you within 24 hours if I can. And if not, it's because something else is going on. But I'm always available, even on the weekends. If you shoot me an email, I'll try to get back as fast as I can. Hopefully this information helped you out. And again, you can pause and rewind and do whatever you need to do to look at it. And we're really excited about the season. The staff and I are pumped for the marching band. The show's going to be really cool, and we are going to have a blast. So we hope you're a part of it, and thank you very much for watching this video.